Yeah, obviously a heartbreaking loss. We didn't make enough plays in that last 11 minutes of the game to close the game out, and they did. And there was plenty of opportunities to close that game out for us. And third downs, we had them in third and long, fourth and long, fourth and 5, forced a fumble, didn't recover it, dropped an interception, just kept their drives going in situations that we hadn't been dominating them. And you got to give them credit. They made more plays than we did in those moments. Offensively, obviously, did some good things, but the last 11 minutes of the game were not good enough. We didn't finish, didn't make enough plays to close the game out, and had opportunities. And it's offense, defense, special teams. It is no one side of the football. You've got some guys down there that are really upset, and some coaches that feel the same way, But we didn't finish. I was proud of how they came back after Grayson and got us back in the game, regained the momentum, had the time of possession, flipped the turnover margin in our favor. We were running the football effectively. Kendrick had a great run that got us up by 10, and then we didn't finish the game, and that hurts, So as far as Grayson goes, all the reports back from the hospital are positive. Once they're done going through all the tests and things like that, obviously we'll have more information at that time.
All right, we'll turn to questions. Corey, when you're ready.
Dave, just wanted to ask you, obviously, we know what happened with Grayson now at this point, or at least saw it on the field, but what was the thought process like going into this game, starting him, and then what were your thoughts on CJ's performance afterwards as well?
Yeah, well, Grayson went through the entire protocol and was cleared, had a great week of practice. He was our starting quarterback. He's a captain, and you don't lose your position to injury. He was ready to play, and he took a really vicious hit. It's just sometimes football is a very violent sport at times, and that was a big hit that he took. And I hate it for him. You just hate to see a guy get hit like that, and obviously the results of those kind of hits are scary. As far as CJ goes, I was proud of him. I thought he came in the game with poise, and he gave us a chance to win the game. He made a lot of nice plays with his arm, with his legs. He is a good leader on the sideline, and I know he's down for throwing a pick there in that last drive, but CJ didn't lose that football game. He did a lot of good things today.
Thank you.
Jaden, go ahead.
Yeah, Dave, on that hit, I guess what was your initial reaction when you first saw him go down?
I was worried for him. I mean, I didn't see everyone was yelling targeting. I couldn't see it from where I was standing, so I was more concerned about him just getting out there and making sure. Justin Smith and the sports med team did a great job with him. Grayson was, once he came to, was talking and said, I want the boys to win the game. He was trying to get up, and they wouldn't let him. So, I felt bad for him and his parents, and, you're just trying to be comforting and pray for him in that moment.
Noah?
Yeah, Coach, you talked about you guys were able to dominate Wake Forest, in certain areas on defense for the first 3 quarters, and it kind of changed and as they got going in the fourth quarter. What was the biggest difference from your point of view, or is it just a combination of things?
Well, I was just not getting off the field on third down, 2 fourth downs, but they converted, and they weren't doing that earlier in the game, as you saw. And they were able to extend drives, one with a penalty, and then 2 fourth down conversions. Obviously, the one at the end of the game was a huge one for them. Gutsy call by them. But they made plays, and we didn't. Earlier in the game, we were stymieing them on third down. I mean, I don't have great eyes right here, but they were 3 of 11 on third down, but they were 3 of 3 on fourth. And so those conversions were the difference. They were able to stay on the field, which flipped the time of possession, on those last 11 minutes their way.
Rob McGlam.
Yeah, Dave, you said your coaches and everybody was sort of upset. Just how do you navigate these next few days so that this doesn't linger? And, obviously you don't want this to go into next Saturday.
Yeah. I mean, you get the guys back in the room tomorrow, and you look at the film with them, and you try to make them better. You look at everything you're doing as a coach. You look at everything the players can do better and you go to work on it. And then that's what you do. And that was a hard fought football game by two teams that really wanted to win. And bottom line is they made more plays than we did in key moments. And you got to learn from that. You got to, this is a team that has a lot of football left in front of them. And so I'm going to coach as hard as I can. And the guys that are going to show up tomorrow are going to work as hard as they can to get it right. I mean, that's what we do here.
All right, last question, Ethan.
Coach, you mentioned that you're proud of CJ. Have you gotten to talk to him yet after the game? And if so, what was your message to him?
No, I did. I talked to him in front of the team, told him I believe in him. I know he's down on himself, and I told him that he's going to make a game-winning throw here in the next game, and the guys are going to play hard for him. I mean, he delivered today in a lot of drives. He did some really good things for a true freshman. It didn't look like a true freshman at times, and made some nice throws. CJ's got a bright future.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys.